we are doing. And the thing that we would want you to do is for at least for you guys to go on a YouTube page or a Facebook page or both. In fact, I would prefer both. You follow Dr. S.M. Chirisa on Facebook and subscribe on our YouTube page. Is that too much to ask? Who hasn't subscribed to Dr. S.M. Chirisa? Hey, just one hand. Come on, this is also a church, so don't lie, eh? Huh? All right, okay. So please, when you go home, subscribe, follow us. And I want you to know that on especially the YouTube channel, there are so many videos. We have been running these masterclasses for 14 years now. And we've got over 8 years of material right there, starting from how to market, social media, how to pitch, how to negotiate, how to raise money, how to start a business, how to choose a business. We are concerned about you learning how to do things. We are not motivational speakers. There are so many motivational speakers in the city, and you can go there. Here, it's a school to learn. When you come out of this place, you must learn something, and we expect you to do something with it. All right? My job with me and my wife, we were given an assignment by God, and that is to help people to succeed in life. And the reason why I do what I do is, years ago, I started my first business when I was 21. I was still in college. And I became richer than my parents. But the thing that caused me to do that was I just fumbled into things, made a lot of mistakes, lost a lot of money. And I said, when I become rich, say when he becomes rich, I will teach others also. Okay, all right. So that's what I'm doing. I'm rich now, and I'm teaching others to come, because the air there is thin. There are too few people, and I need most of you to come up there, because the bottom is overcrowded. You know that? When the bottom is overcrowded, end up pressure here comes. Then pressure. But panatanga kwenda unotenga ma 300 series nezvakadaro unongoriwega. No pressure. No pressure. Upinda mushopo vapo wakadrink nechi and those unongochitwa, eh? It's nice to be rich. Say it's nice to be rich. Now I'm a pastor, and I always say that wakanzwa munhu akuzwa kuti mari yakashata over zoti ani mademon. Ndo mademon iya. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Because poverty does nothing good. Absolutely nothing good. You can't pay for your school fees for your son. You can't pay for medical aid for your grandmother. You can't even brush your teeth nicely. You can't even, you get what I'm saying? You can't even do anything. So poverty is not good. So here we are here to exterminate poverty. All right? So today, without wasting time, I'm going to show you how we are going to run this. I've got a guest, and I'm going to introduce him just now. He's going to go for about 40 minutes. Then I'm going to come in. And then we go for question and answer. So today, it's a 2-hour program. It's a what? It's a 2-hour program. And those who are watching us, please tell us where you're watching us from. And I hope you will get the value of what we are doing. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please help me to welcome the man of the moment. The one and only, Aaron Kumanja. Hallelujah. Please come through. Come on, you can do better than that. So he's going to tell you his story. I could have given you an elaborate introduction, but he's my young man doing so well, but I want you to get something. Please write notes, learn, and let's take it on.
Thank you so much, Doc. Hello, everyone. Hansna Doc Maria Kanaka. So in Manji, ndakararama both worlds. So from poverty, from struggling to wealth, and so much wealth. Thank you, Doc, for affording me this opportunity tonight to share my story with you guys and teach you and share with you what I know. Maybe you can be helped. Maybe you can get help and get inspired tonight. So, congratulations for all the people who came here. You know, it's difficult to show up. Kakawanda kacho, but Mauya, it shows good. You guys, you have got passion, you have got hunger, you have got thirst to be successful, and that's the starting point. As long as you've got any hunger to be successful, as long as you've got any hunger to be rich and to make it, that's the starting point. And the possibility and the probability of you making it is very, very high. So today, I'm trying to take care of everyone. You come here, you don't have money, I will try to give you a script and some notes. Then you come here and you are struggling. I know the script as well. I think I can teach you something. Then you come here and you are rich. You don't know what to do with your money. I will tell you how to do it. Then you come here and you don't know what to do. You're confused. I think I can also help you in a way. So I'm going to start by sharing my story with you, where I came from and where I am today. So my name is Aaron Kumanja. I was born on the 20th of November, 1990. Kurungwe kunonzi kwa mjinga. I was born in a family of 9. Oh me, that's why. So, ndakazvarwa in a family of 9, and my parents were peasant farmers. I'm the third born. And let me say, pataka kura, I can't remember eating breakfast all my childhood. And what I know is to eat one meal. So, dog, ndadzokera food one meal per day. Because of, Hans, you have to maintain your health and all that. And I'm like, guys, ndakufana kutanga kunakirwa now. Makundidzorera food kwandakabva, but it's okay. So my childhood, I can't remember a single day randakadya breakfast. So taenda kuchikoro, it's either waikanga chibage, waisa muhomwe, then omanya wakabata homwe because chipisa and all that. It was a life of struggle. And pane one chinhu chinondirwadzana nhasi dog. I'm looking for a private school. Inondita prefect kana 2 days or 1 week. I never gotten a chance to become a prefect. So vai nominate vanhu vanofanira kuti ma-prefects. Then inini nominate because I was bright and very disciplined. But paizosvika pekuti ane uniform here. Ndandisina uniform. So ndaibva ndatadza kuita prefect. Then on shoes, pane boots inonzi Windbrenner. I never got an opportunity to wear a shoe inonzi Windbrenner. But now at least I can afford a shoe. And it's an expensive one. So, Tadaro, life of struggle, we struggled. But at a tender age, I had a dream. I looked at the way my parents were struggling. And I remember by grade 3, I already started making sound decisions. And one decision that I made, I said, you know what, I'm going to change the circumstances of my family. By grade 3. And I started behaving like Munakura. So fast forward, by grade 6, I moved from Kumbakwedu ndikanogara kwa sekuru wangu. Sekuru wangu was a truck driver, and then I gara ndega. Ikoko. So I started cooking for myself at grade 6. I did my grade 7, passed, went for O-level, passed my O-level. Then I went to A-level. My uncle assisted me. I went for A-level. Kunonzi Karoi. So I got 10 kilometers away from school. And I found 10 kilometers, 10 kilometers Zoka, without a jersey, at least uniform. First, lower 6, I had a uniform. Then, Tadaro, Shungu, that's it. I want to change the circumstances of my family, and I want to change, this life. I knew there is a better life somewhere. That's the hunger that you have to develop now. If you want to be successful, don't be content, because comfort is the killer of dreams. As long as you are comfortable, you are not going anywhere. don't get out of the comfort zone. So I went, did my A-level, finished. I didn't pay school fees, Form 6. So I asked the headmaster to allow me to come to school. Then there's a badara after Ndapedza. When I finished my A-level, I said I can't go back to the village and face my parents. I started looking for a job. I got a job on a construction site. And I became a general hand there. But I have to tell you another story that changed my thinking and that gave me shungu. Did A-level, 2008, 2009. Taingoti tikawana 1 million in 24 hours, we are okay. Then one day, tatana about 3 days without getting food. So I met someone who come from my village. Then that guy went, saw my father, and he said, I saw Mkomana Mona. Do you know what my father did? My father got a bicycle. He borrowed a bicycle. Road runner, ne hupfu musacho, ne mfushwa. He rode a bicycle. I was 100 kilometers away. He came. He arrived. Kuma 4:30. I remember Zuarangara somewhere. Then akachenuruka kumeso, because when you sweat, the sweat turns into salt. So he was white in the face. Then he ashka pepe zganza mwanangu. Ndozo ndakwanisa kuwana ndina chandinacho. Then ndova ndepashka ndakudzokera. I looked at him. You know what I said in my heart? I cried and I said, in this life, revenge will be taken. Let me report to you tonight that my father is the only guy who drives a Toyota Land Cruiser in our village. And he always tell people, mese munoma pana munanoziya mukati mendege inini ndindomuziva. I took my revenge. So Tadaro finished my A-level, came to the uni. My pastor is here. From part 1, Pastor Kuda. We were together at uni from 2010 to 2014. Now Tata dzidziswa kunamata, takuziya kutsvaga Mwari. So my coming here to Harare, so ndapedza ndashanda pa construction site. I saved my money because I knew my problem, and I only knew one university. That is the University of Zimbabwe. So ndakaseva mari yangu. Yakwana time, ndandiri kumusha, someone came in the newspaper. Zvikanzi kuuniversity kwavhurwa. I had 13 points at A-level. Then I came, zvanzi kwavhurwa. I had never come to Harare. My first time to come to Harare was in 2010. That was my first time to come to Harare. So, zvanzi kwavhurwa, vanhu vatanga my application, someone gave me the newspaper. Then I had to figure out, to say, ndiri kuenda kuHarare. I had relatives who were here, but let me tell you, poverty is bad. When you are poor, no one wants to associate with you because they think that you want to ask for money. So no one really wanted to be close to me because mfana akauya kuuniversity inini ndiri kuita kundowirana naye achaya kunotikumbira mari. So I said, you know what? I will give it a try. I have never been to Harare, but I will go to Harare. Tora bus rangu makusenseni. Dova ra 2 a.m. Ndadashika ndadzikira pa Market Square. So ndadzikira pa Market Square, I had to quickly think and figure out kuti panapa, how do I maneuver? Because tiri kumusha, we were told it's either mari yako unobirwa mari oro unorasika. Tiri kumusha, kumusha ingori one road, urikuona ukaenda pa Gomo iro, uenda kuseri. So when I arrived here, I looked at the cars. Crossing a road was a mission. I remember that it was Oshika Kumbaka, that cross a road. I was like, at least I made it today, then tomorrow, another mission. So that's Zikapa Market Square. I was like, let me pick the tallest building so that I use it as my campus. The tallest building in the CBD is RBZ, if you didn't know. That's the tallest building. You can see it from anywhere. And I don't know who built that thing, but I think I owe him something. I should buy him a drink. That thing saved me. So I picked the tallest building in town. It was RBZ. So I had to walk in straight lines. That's when I used Pythagoras theorem. I went straight, Mbuyane Handa. I turned right into Samora Machel. I went pa RBZ, Bandabasika, location activated. I never got lost. So I would go anywhere to end up at uni, Tashika. So ndichingo shika pa college. Ndichingo zika. I saw a lady. I can't even remember her name. I can't even remember. No, my sister, what that teaches you, many times we pretend what we are not, and we don't get help because you portray yourself as if you are rich, as if you have got something. When you have got nothing, just be yourself, and you will get the help that you need. Huh? Don't pretend and say fake it. And the vangwano zushikira pako haya ma in drive. Ndekuno haya mota chinyepera kuti ndine mota yosina. Kana usina motikari, hauna, work hard. You will get a car. Expense yauri kuspenda ko haya motikari to pretend you own a car that you don't have. You should be saving that money to invest into your future and to invest into something else. So I went, I said, sister, I don't know anything. She said, my brother, come here. She carried me through. She went me, takatora my forms, applied. And I have no means to do these things. So I will help you. Pane inon's cadetship. I will assist you to apply for the cadetship. Don't apply. Went back. Kumusha. Then after my days, ma stand over Abuda. Ndakawana nzimbo. Yekuita business studies by UZ. So pesa pandantiri ndaiweka to save because I knew kuti ndoda kuenda kuyuni. Ndobva madhezi ekuya kuyuni akwana ndakatsvaga pane mabucket akakura so ndadaisa hupfu imomo ndodatsindira ndodaisa mufushwa yangu yakasiyana siyana wemunyemba we pumpkin leaves we vamwe hamutombozviziva zvandota. Then I came. Ne bucket. Izvozvi zvikanzenda wakatakura bucket uchienda kuyuni, you're like, no, I don't carry a bucket, man. And I always tell people, dog, do you know sometimes your breakthrough chacha business, iri mukugadzira mutsvairo, uchitengesa mutsvairo, but you're like, inini ndotengesa mutsvairo, inini wakutozvipa status that you don't have, but mari haina zita. So whatever you can do, as long as it's legitimate, as long as it can give you money, do it. That's the starting point. And start with what you have and start with where you are. That's how successful people think. So fast forward, the story is long. Ndasvika payuni, nema buckets angu, taigara 38 mu room. Pasekuru, pa number 25, chechu. Ndopa taigara 38 mu room, tichipika matemba. So fast forward, taenda ku Christian Union with Pastor Masenya Matatine, ataiti pa, taimadichi ma 7. Early morning prayer. So tripa uni waindiona to 3 places. Waindiona ku library, waindiona ku lecture room, waindiona ku chapel. Those 3 places ndozo waindiona ndiri. I had one chance, I had one opportunity to make it. And one mistake was going to cost me. So worked very hard, prayed so hard, worked very hard, prayed so hard. Prayer on the other hand, the plow on the other hand. So, kana uri a Christian, one thing that you have to know, the children of darkness, do better than the children of light. Because my Christians, kana wanzi faith, we pray to get a revelation. Then you work to create wealth. So when you pray to God, God will give you wealth. I can't explain how I came from the village some 15 years ago and to build so much. I can explain some, but most of the things, dog, I can't say. All I can say is there is a God in heaven. And so you pray. After prayer, put your hands on the plow. Put in the hours. Work. Guys, I work. When you talk of working, my GM is here. My team is here. Ask them. They will tell you, whatever I find to do, I put my heart to it and I work. Hard work is one principle of success. There is no substitute. If I sleep too much, I sleep 5 hours. But most of the time, it's 3 hours. Those who follow me on Facebook, good morning, 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. club, I'll be awake. If you send me a message that time, I will answer you. But some of you here, you are so fond of sleeping that the time that you have slept is equivalent to your, it's half of your lifetime or 3/4 of your lifetime. You are sleeping. You can't change narratives. When you laugh, sleep like that. A little sleep, a little slumber, and poverty will come to you like an armed man. Right, so fast forward. You have to hear this. First semester, ndakauya nezvinhu zvangu. Second semester ndakadzokera kumusha. Ndo ndatotema huni. Ndo ndadzoka baba vangu ndobva vatengesa mombe. Vanga vane mombe 3. He sold one of it. I came back for the second semester. Third semester, I didn't know what to do. Guess what we did? We said to my team, guys, we have to pray and seek the mercy of God. What we need here is God's intervention. If God doesn't intervene, we are doomed. Then we started fasting and prayer. So we would fast the whole week, seeking the face of God. Then after some time, I told my team, could break through Taiwan. We have got breakthrough. I don't know what it is, but we have breakthrough. Fast forward. Mkoma wangu anga arima fodya yake. Ndo madezi akatanga kurimwa fodya kumusha. Then he came, ndobva atengesa fodya. Ndobva awana something like $300. Ndampa idea. Ndiyati mkoma, look, vanhu vari kuuya kunotengesa fodya apa. Anditika, so they are excited about coming to Harare, right? So because they are excited of coming to Harare, ukaenda kana watora mapicha. These people vanodama memories. Then he gave me ndada researcher yaita 150. He gave me 150. Kana paine vakamboona the $150 challenge. Those who follow me, how many saw the $150 challenge where I gave 10 young people who pitched their businesses $150. So mkomangu atenga that thing. Ndobva angoishandisa 3 weeks. Zvichitofamba ndobva anchada. Ndobva okay, let me give you pamwe unogona kuishandisa. He gave me that. That was my breakthrough. A camera, a $150 gift. A camera changed everything. From that day, anazobvira ndakarara nenzara. Food. So he gave me a camera. I went Payuni, kwenzika my greens. Ndasvika kuma greens. Then ndasvika vana vechikoro vakaungana. I was like, guys, I take photos. People said, Anta Marie, 50 cents. I started taking photos. Then I became a photographer. I remember first day I took my pictures at $30. I took photos by UZ. Ndobva grow that business by UZ. Then not by UZ apana mari. Because my 50 cents. Ndatanga kuenda kumaraini. So ndaimuka makusendo famba nemaraini ndichiti ma picture dollar. Then ndo ndazograduate ndatenga ka printer, ka instant printer. So ndaiti ka instant printer ndaiti zvoni kana muchida rinoya mangwana $1. Kana muchida rinobuda ipapo $2. So anaida kuona kuti so rinobuda ipapo rinobuda sei. I made money. You can sustain. I went for a good attachment, finished uni. So I was so diligent in that business. I started taking care of my other colleagues. Fast forward, final year, now ndatanga kutsvaga basa. So ndatanga kutsvaga basa, final year, hapana munhu akatsvagirana basa neni munyika muno. I can assure you that. Ndakakanda ma-CV, ndakatumira ma-CV. There is no way andashaya basa. Zvasingaite. Because that every chance ndaifamba ndakabhega unke ma-CV. Pandangosvika ndichikanda. Then ndakagadzira ka-CV kangu in mufoni. Kekuti ndaenda pana wakomana vanotengesa ma-newspaper ndokumbira kuti ndokumbira kuona job space ndichitumira. So fast forward, I finished writing my exams on the 14th of June 2014. I got my first job on the 9th of July 2014. Taka recruit for 339 people. Tichitama brand ambassador. A certain company yaitengesa internet T1. so that I'm a brand ambassador. So tichingopinda, tichijoina. So I'm always strategic in thinking. So pese pandoshanda, kana pese pandiri ndikaona vanhu like zvamakaita izvi ndikutoona mari. And I will tell you how I'm going to make money with you, and I'm going to tell you how I'm going to help you to make money as well. So ndaenda nekamera yangu, takamirira kuaddress kwapepe nditoenda kuna kuti guys, nditora mafoto vanhu vakutopoza mafoto, and I started taking my dollars from my other guys. After 30 days, I got promoted. The other 39 guys were now reporting to me. Ndikada kutsanangura zvakaitika zvinozorebesa because time yangu ishoma. Fast forward, ndashanda basa iroro kwangu siri motivating. I left, I got into real estate. I got a job into real estate by default. I didn't know anything about real estate. So I went there for interviews. They wanted someone on a driver's license. I didn't have a driver's license. They wanted someone on a chirungu. You know, I never spoken any English sentence by childhood. Then, but I got hired because my former boss said, you know what, my spirit kept on telling me, hire this young man. So I got in there. First 3 months, my friends were laughing at me and all that, and still groomed. My boss started grooming me. Then 3 weeks in that time, I told my friends, guys, this is my calling. Real estate industry is my calling. I didn't know then, but I knew there is something why I'm in this industry. I'm going to tell you very soon. So fast forward, I worked there for 4.5 years, and I was the top sales agent for all the time that I worked there. 2019, I worked there 2014 October to 30 May 2019. Then I told my boss, I'm leaving. Do you know what he said to me? He said, Aaron, there is no way that I was going to keep you. You are just too ambitious. I can't keep you here. Then I left, started Realtor Real Estate, 30 May 2019. Guys, I pushed the thing. You know, when you find something to do and God has blessed you with something, maximize, push. And in life, many people don't know handina capital. Let me tell you the 3 things that you need in your life that can make you successful. You need time, you need knowledge, and you need money. Kana usina knowledge, we need time. Use your time to get knowledge and the skill, and you use that skill to make money. When you have got money, you leverage on that money to multiply and get more money. When you don't have time, you use money to create more time. So when you have those 3 things, we need time, use it to get knowledge. I amassed so much knowledge in real estate, started Realtor pushed. Realtor Real Estate grew. I registered another company called Realtor Property Development. That's our richest company. We do infrastructure developments, your roads, your sewer, your water reticulation. So growing up, you know, I was ambitious. Even I said, I want to have my first million by the age of 35. So when I started Realtor I was 28. And, you know, that Realtor Real Estate, I was like, this business is difficult to capacitate to make a million. So I will not achieve my dream of becoming a millionaire at 35. Let me start construction. That's how I started construction. Construction actually grew because I leveraged on my knowledge, you know, and it grew. Now it's our richest company. I think to date, we are running projects to the tune of around 40 million US dollars. And my dream was to become a millionaire at 35. I signed my first million deal at 32. I reached my childhood dreams at 32. Then I pushed. I turned 35 on the 20th of November, 2025. When I turned 35, I had achieved all the things that I had dreamt of when I was young. Then I set a new dream. My new dream, I'm going to serve 1 million clients across my businesses for the next 10 years, and I'm targeting a net profit of $500 per client. Those are my calculators. You can estimate my net worth at 45. So at 45, Doc will arrange another seminar. I'll come again and report back to you that, guys, I'm now worth more than 500 million. Maybe I'll be a billionaire. I don't know. But what I know, it's going to be done, and it will be done in our lifetime. As long as we have got life, there is hope. As long as you have got life, you can achieve whatever you want to achieve in this life. It can. If I came to the village and, conquered all the odds, and here I am today, why not you? Pray to your God for mercy. Pray to your God to open your eyes. I know somewhere there is your breakthrough. Somewhere, search for it day and night. You will find it. So when I registered Rate of Property Development, it grew. I roped in another company. It's called Blessed Crew Equipment Hire. We own earth-moving equipment, a lot of it. When it grew, we registered what we call Realtor Fitment Center. We do cars, big time. Panel beating, spray painting, chassis straightening, detailing, big time. When that grew, we registered Urban Cast Concrete. We manufacture concrete products. When that one grew, we registered real-time security services. Now we have got our new baby. In fact, we have got 3 babies on the line. We have got RealtorView Skill Up Academy. We have got RealtorView Financial Services. We are not stopping. We keep dreaming. And you know what? What you want now, start dreaming. Dream. Dream. Dream big. Dreams are not for sale. Dreams are not for sale. You know what? I set some crazy dreams for myself. I remember my team. Guys, we are going international. Vajiseka. Let me report to you, we are registered in Zambia, we are registered in South Africa. Because Jashika and this Vive, but what I know is we are going somewhere. So start dreaming today. Go and write down your dreams. Next 5 years, next 10 years. There is no police officer who is coming to arrest you to say you set a dream and you didn't achieve it. No. Set your dreams and live your dreams. And the prayer, it's effective prayer. Prayer should be specific. But fire. Tell God what you want. I said to God, God, I want to change the circumstances of my family. Give me wisdom. Lead me where I'm supposed to go. Open my eyes so that I may see where are the opportunities God granted. And today, we are here. So, Dog ndichine time. Oh. Right, so I achieved my dreams at 35. Then I said, now I'm building legacy. Mara and this Nabasana. Build a legacy. I was in December to Malaysia for a holiday with my family. Then I was failing to sleep because time difference. Then I was thinking of my fellow countrymen who don't own properties like you, who don't have properties who are in here. And I said to myself, when a young man achieves his dreams at 35, what else remains? Help your fellow countrymen. Then I wrote on Facebook, I said, guys, property has become so expensive in Zimbabwe. But imagine if people were united. Imagine if 2,000 people were to come together. Each person contribute 1,250. We raise 2.5 million. We buy a farm in the peri-urban of Harare. Then each person contributes 5,000. We raise 10 million. Then in the RealtorView, not develop that land. You have got land in Harare at 6,250. Then I posted it on Facebook. And I said, guys, this is a good idea. Join. I don't know what happened. So I opened a group. I slept. By the time I woke up, the group had 400 people who had joined. And these 400 people, most of them were plus one, plus one, plus one, plus one. Then I was like, guys, it means I started pushing the script. Because what's going to happen. First group, opened another group. Second group, opened another one. And I was like, no. Now, no, I saw to take a lane, to save and not a lane. Then this young man, stand up. This young man, he was one of the guys who joined. I think the first 100 people, I don't know, join up, first group, he joined. So he saw me struggling, trying to answer people, and he said, say, I can help you. I'm a tech guy. So I can help you. So I'm looking at manually, I can do it online. The forms online and all the onboarding people. Fast forward. Then I said, guys, I'm very serious. And I want you to pay a non-refundable administration fees of $200. Guys, long story short, by the time I landed here, my EcoCash was blocked. My Mukuru was blocked. You can see it. Yange Sarah. World Remit. We opened on the 5th of January. Our office is between 8th and 9th along Heritage Table. We had to hire security to control people coming to pay money. They collected the money, they put it on the table. I was like, no, I'm not going to touch this man. This is too easy. I've never made so much money by just an idea. So the idea was launched. Now, Tinea took a group purchase initiative here at Utaview. And I'm going to create landlords than anyone has ever done in this life. So here's an opportunity, guys. People started onboarding. And land. We bought our first land in Melfort. 500 square meters went for 1,900. For land purchase, 500 square meters, 1,900, and it was payable over 3 months. We launched the second project, Goromon's plots, 1 hectare. They were going for 5,260. They were sold out in 3 weeks. Currently, we have group purchase initiative in Nyabira and in Ngezi and in Nyanga. So how are we doing the group purchases? The group purchases is just a matter of coming together. We contribute our monies. We buy a big piece of land. I plan and I develop, and everyone gets land. So for Nyabira, at 300 square meters is going for $6,400. How do you pay it? Unotanga wandipa makandinzwa nani yangu ye 230. That's the first payment, non-refundable administration fees. Then, wobadara 500. So it's 6,400. Irukubadara in 2 parts. Urukui badara 1,400. Irukubadara over 6 months. So urukuti 500 deposit, balance of 900 over 6 months. Then 5,000 we badara over 36 months. That is 3 years. And I'll do the development. What I can assure you now, I came to remove my land barons. I came to help my fellow countrymen access land at an affordable way. And I came to bring authentic deals. So guys, this is your opportunity. Don't miss it. Kana wakanza ako, what I say, kana mata 36 months, ungashe 6.4. No, dog. 36 months. Which are 6.4. It's not possible. So this is the opportunity that we have on group purchases. Then we go to properties, property investment. One thing that you have to know, guys, the land is the only finite product that God created. Land doesn't increase. Population keep on increasing. 1.49 million square kilometers of the earth, they don't expand. So as population grows, as industries and all this grow, land value increases. So buy land. Whenever you get an opportunity to buy land, buy land. Another thing that I came to solve the problem is in Zimbabwe, there are no mortgages. You know, in other countries, they apply for mortgages to buy properties. But in Zimbabwe, we don't have mortgages. So what we have brought through the group purchase initiative is to cover that gap, because 3 years is just like a mortgage. So when you get an opportunity to get land that is authentic, buy land. So you don't wait to buy land, but you buy land and wait, wherever it is. I'll tell you what I did, because I always wanted to run away from poverty. So whenever I get an opportunity to invest, I do. When I started working, I bought a sub-book deal. Sub-book deals, they are not allowed. But those days, so I bought my sub-book deal. I paid $3,000. I kept that sub-book deal for about 3-4 years. Do you know the offer that I got? I got an offer of 20,000 on that sub-book deal. So, but the land that we are offering, it has got title deeds. So wherever you can get an opportunity to buy land and wait. Then secondly, to those who have got money and they don't know how to invest in property, or those who are going to make money, I'm going to tell you a trick now about property investment. Always go for multiple and many units. I know we have got dreams. You know, we come from poverty, and when you make money, you are like, you know, I want to bring to build my dream house. Then you go there, you want to build $1 million house. Then you spend 10 years trying to build a single house to stay. Then all your kids will leave you, they will go before you finish the house, and you stay in a ghost house. But if you have got money, go multiple and maximize. So, ndine concept yandodzidzisa vanhu inonzi the highest and the best use yeproperty. Ine ndikasvika paproperty, vamwe muchitarisa kuti property yakanaka ine mawindo. I don't look at that. I look at the highest and the best use. How can I sweat this property, and how can I get the most out of it? Those who follow me, makambona ndichi-advertiser my units ku-Tenwood. I built those units, they belong to me. Per 350 square meters, I've put in 3 units, and I get 500, 500, 500. That's 1.5. In Tenwood, I manage houses in Borodale. I sold a house 480,000. The owner asks me to put a tenant there. I get 2.5. I'm getting 1.5 after putting an investment of 80,000. Someone is getting 2.5 after putting an investment of 480,000. So if you want to build wealth through properties and to preserve your wealth, always go multiple units. The good thing about multiple units is when you have got many smaller houses, when you say you have got a problem, you can sell one. But if you have put all your investment in one property, it means you have to dispose of 1 million property to cover a school fees or bill, 50,000. So always go multiple when you are going property. Then when you are investing in property, what you have to do is go the maximum that's permitted. If there is a height that is allowed, because the principle that I said, land is finite and the land value always increases. Whenever you get an opportunity to go up as much as you can and densify as much as you can. So what you have to be doing now, your work should be to looking for developments which are coming up, which are authentic, and acquiring land. If you have got your wealth concentrated on one property, you may consider, selling that and buy multiple and create income from other units, because the house that you stay in is not an income generating asset. It's like you have taken 1 million, put it under S2 and you sit on top of it. That man should be working for you and it should be creating and multiplying wealth. My mentor, he is turning 50. We are celebrating his birthday on the 16th of April in Nyanga. He collects 350,000 USD in rentals at 50. He's my mentor. And my dream, I will tell you my dream in the next session, but I'm in the right track. That's what I can tell you now. And we will do it in our lifetime. And you can also do it. Start now. Then I come to those who don't have, dog time. Okay. Then I come to those who have no hope, who are not sure. Where is my life going? As long as there is life, there is hope. Keep hoping, keep praying. But the word that I will leave with you tonight is the anointing is in the doing. The anointing is in the doing. Many times we have got many ideas, but we don't implement. And there's no go fast. Ask my team, they will tell you. If I tell them, good guys, this is what we are going to do, they know it will be done. And if I set my eyes on something and I say, this is what I'm going to do, that thing will be done. So that should be the attitude. Be practical, implement. And you just go back to what you have been doing and you continue doing what you have been doing. But many of us, we are comfortable in our comfort zone. You try to and you will die there. I rest my case.
All right, come on, put your hands together again for Aaron. The anointing is in there doing. Now, I want to say this, and you can sit. I want to say this. Me and my wife, we have participated in the Goromonzi deal. We have actually bought multiple plots there. We have also participated in the Nyabira. We have blocked the whole 10. Tango 10. Tosos one. Now, I hear him say, Muna 2030, patenge tichiripo, you won't go share with Zufampa say. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Okay? We are not politicians. We are in business people, we invest. And investing waits for no man. You understand what I'm saying? Now, just a few, just a few, even this past week, we did a development here. I was telling him, Kumazoe, 88 Mustangs, 1.2 thousand square meters. We have just given it to SIF. So I told him, sorry, sir, Nasanda was there. Because we met a few months ago when we were doing a mentorship, for young business people. And so, and I bought that land in 2017, Paku, for 35,000. I didn't do anything. And I'm one, anything. There was just somebody who was there. That's for 2 years, for 3 years, did absolutely nothing, paid absolutely nothing. But one stand now is going for 46,000. Saga atisukutaura buku bana but tukutaura reality. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, to reality. So quickly, and the reason why we want this, why we are talking about this, because nobody ever told us to buy real estate. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Nobody. One was you get what I'm saying? But let's just quickly go through this, then we'll go for the question and answer. And please, when we are doing the question and answer, I want real questions, no stories, no nyambo. Just tell us who you are, question, and you sit down. I do the preaching. This is the church that I pastor. If you want to, yes, I'm preaching, you come on Sunday. I did it. Okay. I wrote 6 books so far. I'm turning 50 this year. And I am publishing about 30 new books on almost anything on life, because my gift is the gift of wisdom. So I wrote this book, renowned The Wisdom Ways. It's just anybody. Because foolishness abounds in the hearts of many people. And you don't wish it away. You read it away. Tell your neighbor, you read foolishness away. So I wrote a book to help you to become wise. It's $10. Now some of you, it's too expensive, but your foolishness will cost you thousands, cost you your marriage, cost you your health. Please get it. It will be out there. Then the other one is The Foundations of Wealth. Foundations of Wealth. Just tell you the key which you need to know. Please get them. These are all books. They are going for $10. If you don't want to read, you will never prosper. All right, so why real estate for me? Real estate is easy to get into. I was a doctor. I don't have any experience in real estate. It's easy to get into. I started small, and I have grown my portfolio. Currently, me and Pastor D, we are sitting on over 30 stands. 30 in Borodale, Pomona, in Kwese, Kurukeshen, we just get. But we started small. Tell your neighbor, start small. Tell your neighbor, start where you are. Because you want $500. Then what badara $148 for 6 months. You are already wasting that money. But that money will meet you in your future, and your future you will thank you. You don't need a degree. Your experience, for us now, experience is compounding. It's compounding. So now we are getting to bigger deals, better deals, And it's part of one of our portfolio. One of our portfolio that we have is a real estate portfolio. And I like it because that's where, while our business portfolio is making a lot of money, but the one in a security is the real estate. It will continue to go. Your business can shut, but your real estate will continue to go. Tell your neighbor you need real estate. And I like what you said. You don't wait to buy. You buy and wait. Look at me. I waited 10 years. But look who's smiling all the way to the bank. Hello. Ching, 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 ching. Hey, real estate. Are you hearing what I'm saying? We waited. Why? Population is increasing. Developments are spreading. And here's the thing. What was a village today will be a city tomorrow. So buy land. Buy land. The vehicle that you choose will determine the speed to get wealth. So why I love talking about this to the age that is here is because if you start early, it makes sense. If you start what? Early. You don't have to wait until you are my age. Could we take your first stand? Are you hearing what I'm saying? Yeah. If I knew what I knew now, I would have started buying land in my 20s. Because every 10 years, land doubles. Whatever you've got doubles. You understand what I'm saying? So if you wait late, where are you going to enjoy it? You'll be 80, you'll be whatever. You want that money to coincide where you need most of your money. Walk my 50s when you're sending your kids to university and all those kind of things. So you need to start early. And everybody can start, especially with this group purchase, it can really start now. I'm not part of his company. I'm also taking a risk. If you take a risk, you get what I'm saying. Don't come and sue me. But we are going to ask him questions, how he's going to ensure that we'll get our land. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Am I talking to somebody? All right. So start early. And I use real estate because it is illiquid. It is not liquid. I use real estate because it's illiquid. All right. You guys, you put the wrong one there. I wanted illiquid, not liquid. Real estate is illiquid. It means that if a problem happens to your family, today, if somebody dies today, you cannot use your real estate. But if something happens today and you've got money under your mattress, you are going to use it. Those people are going to make you feel bad. Are you hearing what I'm saying? But if I've got real estate, then I'll be looking at my stands and also be at the fire and just, my one. You know what I'm saying? My one is sure, my one. Because I cannot sell it before the person is buried. By the time I sell it and the time it's sold, the person is already buried. And the say, so you store your money in where? Real estate. That's where you store your money. Don't tell me you're storing your money under the pillow. You store your money in real estate. Your relatives can't get it. Things pass before you can sell it. That's why I keep my money. Not because I'm stingy. Because I know our skin. I know our skin. People will come with emergencies. Who has ever used money you wanted to use for something because somebody had an emergency? But if I put that money in a stand, put that money in a house, that's why I say you need to buy this book, Wisdom Ways. All right. Start small. Why do you start small? The risk will be small. Nobody's going to die because 1,600 yashake. And you move on. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So you start somewhere. You start somewhere. And remember, we are entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs take what? Risks. We take risks. Your knowledge will increase as you start to do real estate. Recently Pastor D got this to Huku to Twitch boy for the first time. Tango Tenga we used to buy. So she's keeping them. And she's every morning she's waking up, looking at the chicks. In the afternoon, going, coming, driving like shoemaker, coming to see the chicks. Then I said, babe, what's going on? So I said, I'm going to interest into these little things. And you know what I'm saying? That's why I don't go and see them. Because I'm waiting for them to what? To grow and wow. Yeah, now kaka pet. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So you get interested in something that you're always doing. So right now you might have no interest in real estate, but if you start doing one project, second project, your interest will increase. And so interest increase, your knowledge, your wisdom, your experience, you now know what to do and you know better things to do it. So obviously build your income first. But I always say that real estate protects your income. For me, it is the end game. I've got many hospitals. We are into other businesses. But the whole point of every business that you are doing, whether it's a trucking business, I know some of you have got trucking business, you've got pharmacies, you've got hospitals, you've got shops, you've got what? The end point of all that business is to get into real estate. It is the real business. That's why it is called real. Okay, so everything, I want you to know that whatever you're doing, whatever you're selling, the real end game is real estate. Any rich person who is seriously rich has got land, or he has got buildings, he has got real estate. So we are doing all what we are doing so that we take our profits into real estate. Where do we take our profits? Yeah? All right. So there's what is called land banking. Land banking. Especially in Zimbabwe, Zig is coming, whatever is coming, whatever comes. Zig loaded, whatever it comes, it doesn't matter. We are not scared because we store our money in land. It's called land banking. Say to your neighbor, where are you banking? Say, Doctor and Aaron, bank in land. Yes. Yeah. So we do land banking. So I'd rather have lots of land and no cash. When I need the cash, I sell the land. So that's why I've got land everywhere, in the high density, in the low density, in the no density. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Yes, I've got everywhere. So it's like I don't go in there all everywhere, so that you then sell what is appropriate at that time. You just sell what is appropriate at that time. Land banking. Why? Because land stores value. Value always appreciates. And when it is just land, there's no drama. And you have the purpose. What I like about what we are doing is we are not just saying, we are not, you've got land with title, you've got land with purpose, you've got land with permits, not just land, and you cry. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So it's important for you to have title. Okay, so where do you invest? Where do you invest? Where do you invest? Me, what I do, I look for what I call development corridors. I follow the road. I follow the what? Follow the what? Follow the road. So anywhere kuna road where government is developing, you know development is going there. Now, you can still get land where there are no roads, but yeah, the price will be. So everywhere where there's development, the price goes up fast. So you go into corridors. The Chinoi Chagut is a corridor. The Marondera one is a corridor. The Mazoe one is a corridor. Wherever there is a big road and the road is continuing to go, it's a corridor, it's a development corridor. Don't go too far away from the development, because you might die before your land increases. It's still okay for your children. If you don't benefit from your own land, your children will benefit from it. But I also want land that I will benefit from, and land that I will also have my children benefit from. Are we together? All right? All right? So look at all those things. That's how you just see. So you can see where those things are. Rentals are very key. Rentals are good, you know. Right now you might think with a rental you have $400, you have $300 is shoma because you are earning. The day you stop earning, the day you cannot go to work, the day you retire, you will know that 350 is a lot of money. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You are underestimating it now because you are getting some few gigs which are giving you money. But the day that stops, now what we are talking about is accumulation of those things. So that you've got 2, you've got 10. And real freedom is when your real passive income is able to keep your expenses. And that's where we want that all the money, you are not rich when you are working. Because if you fall sick, all those riches are down. Can you maintain the same level of lifestyle if you are not working? That's real freedom. And one of the best ways to do it is to do it with rental income. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So me and Pastor D, we are now pushing to ensure that our lifestyle, even though it is well funded by our businesses, we now need it to be also well funded by our rentals. And we can choose whether we want rental or the business or Zese, but we want it to, as we get older, your rental income must actually take precedence. Say I hear. Wisdom ways. Say to your neighbor, if you continue to distribute, I will not sit next to you next time. All right. Okay. So hear this. The real estate game is not a fast game. You get land today, man. No. Because Kunenon's what is called the cash cycle. It's a bit slow. We call it the cash conversion cycle. If you want to sell anything, it will take you between 6 months to 2 years. You get what I'm saying? So it's slow. It will be sold, but it's slow. And I like the slowness because that's what makes it safe. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So you cannot say, open a real estate. No. This is not gold. This is not diamond. This is real estate. Slow, but for sure. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So patience in real estate is key. So you can buy that land over the next 36 months, slow, but sure. Everybody say slow, but sure. Because Zimbabweans want things very fast. But I'm telling you that wealth is built slow but sure. And the best way to do it is real estate. It's real estate. All right? So you must also then build good relationships with realtors like Aaron and his team. Build good relationships with developers, with lawyers, and you also be a person of integrity. So in my journey, I've got lawyers that I use, I've got realtors that I use. I try to go to the same people because it's easier, because now they know and they understand you. But if you are changing everyone, you are changing, get to somebody that you know, that you also knows you. Are you hearing what I'm saying? And if you've got a good portfolio with them, they also treat you well. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Yeah. So you'll be treated like a private because you are now a good client, a continuous client. You're always coming. So I always say, keep your realtors, your developers, and your lawyers well. All right? Just giving you some wisdom so that you know. Know the legal issues, the permits, the ownership, the rental board issues, what will happen, the contracts, the lawyers, and I want things that are open. And that's why I like Aaron, because you ask him if the things are open, and where the money is, you can go and see the place. It's real, you can see it. Let's have the legal issues. Not good. No. No. Am I talking to somebody here? All right? So, know and deal with the legal issues. I didn't want to say much today because really we want to have a question and answer between myself and Aaron. Okay. So I'm going to ask you guys to remove security. Please remove this. Then we will go to our question and answer segment. It's for about 30 minutes, 30 to 35 minutes. Where are our roving mics? Aaron, I'm going to ask you to come and sit. We need one roving mic this side. We've got only one. Okay. All right. All right. So, did you give him a mic? Just test your mic, Aaron. Is it on?
1 million, 2 million,
All right.
3 million.
So, look, I want to say this before we go into the question and answer. If you don't sacrifice for your dreams will become the sacrifice. Can I repeat that? If you don't sacrifice for your dreams will become the sacrifice. And it's easier for you to do it now when you are young. Let's do this. Let's get the land. Let's build real wealth. We're not here to be flashy and to be that. We can't be flashy. We've got everything that we need to be flashy. But we are here to tell you things that will help you. Please land real estate, and this is the time. And remember, this land doubles every 10 years. Every 10 years it doubles. That's why I want you to start early. So that in your lifetime, you can have 3 or 4 doubles. A land that you buy today, in 40 years, it would have doubled so many times. You will be shocked when you are 40, when you are 50. People will be shocked at the amount of money that you have. No, it's just simple patience and investment. Are we together? So we want to get questions for the next 30 minutes. You can ask any of us, land related or real estate, or to me, you can ask any business related questions. Please, no political question. We reserve the right to throw you out. It's our building, and it's my program. All right. And so please, let's stick to what we came here for. Is that okay? All right. So let's start the ball rolling. Questions. Maybe you want to say something while the first person, who is going to be the first one? Lift up your hand. Let me. Okay. We're going to have 1, 2, lift up. 3. Anyone from this side? I want a female. Is there no female? Okay. 4. We take this 4, then we see where we go.
Good evening, Doc. Good evening, Mr.
Can you give us the volume there? Are you guys hearing him?
Good evening, Doc.
Yeah, that's better.
Good evening, Mr. Kumanda. My name is Tafazo. I've heard you saying that you said it is the end game for me. So my question goes like this. Isn't it possible for somebody who is younger, in his 20s, who is just starting out, to venture into real estate as a business idea?
Yes, you can venture into real estate as a business idea. I do both. I run real estate as a business and I invest in real estate. In fact, I moved very fast because I got into real estate business. So you can get into it as a business. It's easy because there are no much restrictions. So I will tell you what I did. I did Bachelor of Business Studies at the University of Zimbabwe. As soon as I got into real estate, I did a diploma with Estate Agents Council of Zimbabwe. Then I became a registered estate agent. Then I did with Real Estate Institute of Zimbabwe, and I became a registered valuer. And when I was working, I established relationships. I had very good relationships. Then I started real estate as a business. So starting as a business, if it's your passion, it's not a problem. If you find favor in the eyes of God and you do it right, it's actually a very good business to get into.
Let me just add something there. If you look at what Aaron did, you can see a framework which you can actually use in any industry. When you're a young guy, be attached to a mentor in the field that you want. While you are there for the 3-4 years, you serve the person, learn all you can learn, and you then come out. Well, the time you come out, you already have the experience, you now know the industry secrets, and you can then launch your own. Are you hearing what I'm saying? But if you just want to start without any experience, you are going to find it very difficult. So I like his model. He did not just jump into it, but he went to be mentored, okay? And his mentor, I know him very well. And so it's very important for you to get that mentorship. So go and get the school, go and get the qualifications. If you want to go his route or the realtor route, me, I'm not going to go and get that because it's not my primary, but I'm still investing in real what? Estate. So you can have real estate business as a realtor, as a valuer, as a what, as a career, and grow you as a developer, or you can just be investing while you are doing other things, which is what I have done. So there are different models to be in real estate. Clear? So choose what you want to do and act appropriately. Next question. Let's get the second question. No. Who's the second question? There was a question over here. All right.
Good evening, Apostle Dr. Sharissa and Aaron. I have 2 questions. The first one is, can you kindly explain capital gains tax? Is there a way to evade it? And then, are there any dangers of evading capital gains tax? Like when you sell a property, will the law come after you? And then the second one is, please kindly explain the safety in our land titling process in Zimbabwe, the change from the old one to the new system. Thank you.
Okay, so I'll start with the first question. The capital gains tax, you can't invade it, but you can get an exemption on the capital gains tax. So if you are 55 and you are selling your principal private residence, they exempt you of capital gains tax. But if you have lived in the property for more than 2 years, that's the only way. But they actually scrutinize that. So capital gains tax is difficult to evade, mostly if the property is titled. You can only avoid it if it's a session. If it's a session, you don't need to involve council. So you can invade it that way. But kind of irritated, there is no way you can evade. Unless if it's registered in a company, then you sell the company to the person who is buying the property, then you just change the directors. That way, you may avoid it. But if the property is titled, you have to pay the capital gains tax. Then maybe to add on that is you can lower the capital gains tax. So the way you lower it is when you buy a property and you do improvements on it, you can use those receipts and all that to increase the value so that the gap between the amount that you used to buy the property and the amount that you are selling it is smaller. So you also have to understand the laws and the rules about capital gains tax. All the properties that were bought before 2019, what's the date? Is it 5 something, June 2019? All the properties which were bought prior to that, they've got a flat capital gains tax of 5%. Then all the properties that were bought post 2019, you say the amount that you bought the property plus improvements minus what you are selling for, 20% of the difference, that's the capital gain. So they charge you 20% of the difference between what you bought for, what you are selling, the improvements. 20% of that, that's the capital gains tax.
All right. There was a second part on the movement from the new titles to the new titles.
What was the second question? Sorry, you can repeat the second question.
The next question I wanted to be the lady was here, please. And then we go to the gentleman who is on this side.
Okay, my question originates from the issues that were happening in the land titling in our country. So I heard that there's a shift to a new system. How safe is that system? And, you know, those issues with land titling, just give us something.
Yeah, issues have been there, and they were now getting serious until they introduced the new system. So what was happening, people were faking title deeds. There were scammers, a lot of them in town. They would go and look for a vacant piece of land. Inenge iri vacant for a long time. Then they look for my credentials at the landowner in the title deed. Then they create my IDs and the name of the person who got the Econet line, re Eco Cash. Then they look for people who look alike, you know, the landowner who got the fake title deed. What tengesa? I dealt with, I think, 2 issues whereby my clients bought a fake property from a fake owner and they lost money. One lost 140,000, one lost 80,000. Then they tried to scam me. Again, 4 guys, they were selling land along, what do you call this? Along Masvingo Road, just before Trabablas. So they came to me, they said, we are selling land at 450,000, 2.8 hectares. As soon as I looked at them, my spirit told me, these are thieves. So ndakamboluza mari before. And I said, I'll take my revenge. And those guys, as I speak to you now, they were arrested and they are serving a 2-year jail term. Yeah. So now they've changed the system at the deeds office. Now they are more stricter and they are putting everything online. So it's safe. It's getting more safe now. It has always been safe, but it's just those instances whereby people were, you know, faking title deeds.
All right, the third question, young lady, please stand.
Doc, good evening, Mr. Kumanja. My name is Makanaka. I'm a director of Kondi Realtors, and this one is to you, Mr. Aaron. My question goes, in real estate, many companies generate strong cash flows, but we fail to build actual wealth. What structural differences separates the income generating agencies from true asset building real estate businesses. And then my other question is, there are scenarios where maybe you've got landowners who've got big properties and you do not have financing. How would you possibly advise somebody looking for, that those people to assist?
Okay, so if you're a realtor, I'll give an example of how I did it and how I'm doing it. So when you are generating cash, you look for deals. When you are in real estate, deals, they keep coming. So when you are generating income, it's the same principles that we are talking of. You generate income, you know how to do due diligence. You go to new developments that are coming up and you acquire land from there so that you lock your income. Because what happens with business, if you keep giving your business money, it can grow and crash. But every time when you make money, what I do every year, I make sure that I set aside from my profits money into real estate. So it's a way of keeping my money. It might not give me higher returns like what I get when I put it into the business. But you find that when I put it in real estate, I'm going to get money in perpetuity. So if anything happens in my business, I'm safe. So already, if I'm to say I stop working today, what I've built in my portfolio can sustain me, my lifetime, and my kids' lifetime. So when you are making money, put it in real estate. You may not put everything that you are generating, but make sure that every year or every month or quarterly, you are putting some money into real estate. Then when you have my clients and a big piece of land, that's how I started. I'll tell you how I did it quickly. It's important. So I grew my real estate company. I'm doing property sales, property management, valuations, and advisory. Then I developed a concept, and not the highest and best use of property. So now ndikaenda pa property, ndinotarisa mostly pane land. Ndikangona pane big land, I know this will unlock the value. So ndaibva advise a client. So how I started property development, ndaenda pane munhu ane big piece of land. Ndomuti zvoni, I can subdivide this for you using my money, ndokutengeserai, then ini ndozo recover mari yangu. So you don't need to put any money. So I did 1, 2, 3. The fourth one that I did is the one that actually gave me a breakthrough. It was in Waterfalls. I went there, someone had 2-point-something hectares, 2-point-something acres. So I got in there, he said, nditengesere property yangu. The moment I got in there, I was with one of my guys, I said, iwe, property yakakura, there is potential. So we went behind, we saw a sewer line. I called the client, I said, Mkoma, what do you want to achieve with this big piece of land? And he said, no, ndrokuda 2 my flats, muta. But my offers and on that land are, tender. And I was like, okay, let me go and do my maths. So I went home, did my calculations, and I said, Mkoma, if you give me your land, I'll give you 4 units from your land. And he was like, do you have the money? I said, no, I don't have. I'll tell you what I did. I had 1,400. I applied for a permit for 12 units. There was a dilapidated house. Yabuda permit. I just leveraged on my knowledge. So taka agree ndobva ndipa land akatozongondipa 4 units zangu dzina ma tenants. So ndapedza kuita subdivision. Then I put on my status stands for sale with terms. One of my friend responded. When he responded, he said, Shamara, andisati understand. Ndikati une mari, zvanzi ndine 4,000 deposit. Ndikati, okay, I'll sell you a stand at 22,000. Give me the 4,000. He gave me the 4,000. I opened the road. I had a grader, opened the road. Check meeting. Right? I sold those stands. And I can tell you from the investment here, 1,400, and the knowledge that I had, I made a profit of 65,000 from that project. That's how I started land development. I went to the next. Now we are running projects to the tune of 40 million USD. So, if you are a realtor, mari yako haisi ku agency chikorokoza. You are waiting for someone to inquire wozomuti ndine land. But land development, you actually see your money. I can tell you kuti apa per development I've got my 5 million, up I've got my 10 million, up I've got so much million. So you can look for developers to partner with, but quickly learn how to do land development. That's where your money is.
Let's go to the fourth question. Are you learning? All right.
Thank you, Apostle. Thank you, Aaron. I think it has been quite a lot to absorb. My part of my question, I think you've already answered. I was going to ask about financing options that are available, particularly for starters. I think part of your answer, I think you touched on that. Then my other question, I think for someone starting, what are some of the strategies, or what strategies work best? You talked about land bank, you talked about rent to build to rent. Dr. Chirisa Wataranye, Kuma properties in probably in high density for rental. And the other question might then will be to say a break-even point so that I can recoup the initial investment for further investment. So what would be the best strategy? Flipping, buy to let, or the actual development for this area?
Okay. Are you meaning starting a business or starting real estate? What are you starting?
Starting a business.
Or starting a business?
Yeah.
Okay. So, kana in a business, roda mari yakawanda kutanga, it means you are an investor. Otherwise, if you check most of the businesses, they start from zero. I didn't have anything. What I had was my knowledge and relationships, and I started where I am and grew the business. So, kana uchimirira kuti uchawana capital, or someone achakupa capital, or you get capital, you will never get it and you will never get started. So the tricky about these things, it's have an industry or have something that you know, right? If you have got knowledge on something, that's the starting point. And you start where you are and you grow your business. You need patience, you need hard work. So start with what you have. You don't need to borrow to start. I see many young people come to me, you know what, I've got this business that I want to start and I want 50,000. Give me 50,000. How can I give you 50,000? You don't know anything about business and you want me to give you 50,000. So eat something. Then was borrow. So when I started real estate, I started with what I had. But the first thing is I'm very good at building my relationships. So I built very good relationships and I just rode on those relationships. Every person that I saved still want me to save them today. My first client, Chitanga Real Estate, is my friend right now, Shumba. Yes. He was one of my first clients. I dealt with him, I saved him with all my heart, and the man loved me. When I now grew my business and started capacitating, I reached a point where I wanted a boost and I wanted 50,000. I just went to him. I said, Mkoma, this opportunity and I want 50,000. He didn't ask for a collateral. He didn't ask when I was going to return the money. He said, young man, I believe in you. I've seen the work that you are putting in. I know your integrity. My money will come back. He gave me 50,000 without collateral. And I did what I wanted to do, and I returned his money. So what you have to do, relationships, it's currency, and start where you are. Man can be found and man can be grown, but you don't need big amount. A business, there is a problem. That's what I would say.
All right. So for me, if you don't have money, start with just buying land. Because land is cheaper than property which is developed. And you grow it, you'll find an opportunity, all right? And that's why we are starting here with just buying those pieces of land that are going for 1,600 over 3 years. Do the maths. There's no deal like that anywhere in this country. So those are the ones that would say, start somewhere. Even if you don't have, if I didn't have money, I'll look for another person without money and we buy one deal. And then tozotengesa kumberi kuya double. Are you hearing 2030? Then to share takutangirachi. But think. All right. Let's take. We've got 9 more minutes for the questions. We want 3 questions. Please, can you raise your hands? Let me see. I want somebody from this end. Okay, one. Somewhere from the, okay, let's give that gentleman over there. Two, this side. Three from the lady here. All right, let's hear the questions. That mic is off. Guys, let's make sure that the mics are on.
Good evening, Doc. I think my questions relate to the Zimbabwe situations where monetary or economic policy change times and again. I think issue andoda kuzwa ndeyekuti what are the lessons learned towards my changes in the economic or monetary policies, especially when you are investing in real estate?
Who are you directing the question to?
Hello?
Who are you directing the question to?
Maybe to you, Doc.
All right. So for me, real estate has been the safest investment given our up and down situation in Zim. And what it does, that it will just take the color and the value of the currency of the time. You understand what I'm saying? So when things change, when it's US, it's US. When it's whatever, it will go to the quadrillion bond, but you will maintain your value. Everything else will be upside down, but real estate is what I have seen. It maintains value. I've gone through the crash of 2000. We were already old. Some of I'm 50 years, so I've gone through those crashes. So I can say some of you were just being born. So I know the crash of 2009 and 2000. I know the crash of 2008, 2009. Some of you were in primary. I know the crash of 2017, 2018. I've seen all those things. And what we saw is that real estate maintains value. It adjusts, but it is your best bet if you want to maintain value over the long term. All right? So I wouldn't even worry about the currency. Just get it. Accumulate enough real estate that it will make sense in your future. Accumulate enough rental or doors that will pay you so that you don't need to work again in any business, including your own. That's what I would say.
And just to add as well, if you look at banks these days, they invest heavily in property to safeguard their monies. Go to any bank right now, they are heavily investing in property because they know that kukaita crash, kukaita whatever, property still maintains its value. And during all those crashing times, people were actually buying properties using USD.
Let's get the question from the middle here.
Good evening, Doc, and good evening, Mr. Aaron. My name is Willard. So my questions are going to be on the operations point of view, right? So we are seeing that real estate is growing. It's a growing industry currently. And I want to ask in terms of artisans. Rumor is that there's a huge demand for artisans in Zimbabwe, and also for the artisans that are in this room, how can they best step into the growing industry? And also, my other question is relating to utilities, right? You say that land doesn't multiply, but people multiply. So there's a lot of land development that is going on, especially in Harare, right? So do you think that in the near future, there's going to be a huge burden on utilities, that is your water and maybe your electricity? Looking at the fact that our water in Harare is not good at all. You know, we don't have access to clean and safe water. Do you think that there's going to be a huge toll on those utilities? Thank you.
Okay. Yes. Those who own water or have means of generating water are going to make a lot of money. But on the utilities, if you look at our council, they are now changing the way of doing things. I think the biggest problem was sewerage system. The council system is overwhelmed. But what they've done now, there is new technology, Yema biodigesters and bioreactors. So that technology, we are importing it now, and it's coming to try and help in terms of, helping my utilities, Edu. In terms of trash and, Marara, as you can see, we now have got Geopomona and other people who are starting business to try and help the council. So in the future, there's actually going to be a lot of public-private partnerships in terms of provision utilities. So my artisans, and the young people who are wise get into those spaces. It's actually another space that you can get into. Do you know right now, there are people who are metering water, mvura yemudzimba, a private person who own the water and who control and come and put my meters. You pay that person will go and pay ku council. Are you aware of that? There is something like that happening right now. So we can actually see Bakangwara watotanga kuteka those spaces. Then in terms of my artisans, it's true. We have got my artisans, Mashoma. And one thing that I can tell you, young people, is that my artisans will not be replaced by AI. Many things will be replaced. Your accounting, your whatever will be replaced. But my artisans, people who are practical, vanoplaster, imba, vanota tubing, vanota plumbing, vanota that, they will not be replaced. So we actually need more of those in the industry. And there is a lot of opportunity. There are a lot of opportunities in that area.
Yeah. So the other thing also is that in Harare right now, there's a new dam which is being built in Goromont. It's almost done. It's bigger than Lake Makluwe. It will increase the water supply. Also, at the moment, it's not your problem. You are too poor to be worrying about utilities. Just get the land and move forward. Don't worry about things that all you need is just get some money in you. All I know is that if I've got money in my pocket, I'll get all the utilities that I want, period. Are you hearing what I'm saying? So petrol yaita 300. If you've got money, my car will be on the road. Get the what? Get the money. Who is controlling what? I don't care. So let's worry about things that we need. Get the land, get the money, forget those who sort those things will sort it out for you. Okay. All right. Last question. Anyone with one burning question?
Yes.
Okay, let's hear one burning question from here. Can you switch on the mic for her, please?
Thank you so much, Doc. Thank you so much, Seiko Manja. My question is directed to Seiko Manja. I hope this is the right platform for this question. So thank you so much for the group purchase initiative. My question is, how safe are we in terms of inflation and current changes in Zimbabwe? For example, the Nyabarastins, they're going for 6,400 at the moment. Did we leverage on inflation changes, current changes on development, or there will come instances whereby we will be asked to top up on the initial purchase of 6,400? Thank you so much.
Okay, so our prices, we have pegged them in US dollars, but we have also put a contingent. We understand how developments works. By the way, like I said, I've got many developments that I'm doing which are not group purchase related, and I've got experience and expertise. I own the earth-moving equipment. I employ engineers. So what we have done is we've pegged our price of 6,400 in USD. So if there is any change in terms of currency, we just cross the bridge when we get there. But for now, we are saying 6,400 is enough. But remember, we have got commercial centers, we have got institutions, and we have got other land irimo within this land that we are talking about. So that will work as our contingents. If there are any changes, we just dispose one of the institutional stands or commercial, and we cover for the cost without coming back to the participants. That's our plan for now. Unless if anything, happens beyond our control.
All right. Come on, put your hand together for our guest for tonight. Mr. Don, please, if you can stand. Hallelujah. No more questions. No more questions. We are out of time. What we'll do, we will be outside with Aaron for a few photos, okay? Just outside there, because we want to be on time. Let me leave this to the Dr. SM Chirisa team. If you can come forward so that you guys, I'll leave, or MC. But otherwise, I'll release Pastor D and Aaron. Thank you so much. Another hand of applause to our guests here.
We can do better for our presenters. Come on. All right, so what I just